Hello, my name's Hope, and I'm here to show you how to make this Monster Mash granny hat. I'll start off by saying this pattern is very beginner friendly, and it works up really fast. So for supplies, you can use any weight 4 yarn, and today I'll be using the Granny Square yarn from Red Heart in the color Black Cyberleaf. You will also need a pair of scissors, a darning needle to sew in your ends, and today I'm using a 5.5mm hook for a looser hat, but for a tighter hat I recommend just using a 5mm hook. And lastly, you'll just need 2 pom-poms. You can either purchase them like this or you can make them yourself with yarn. Starting off, you're going to make a slip knot and chain 4. Then you're going to slip stitch to the first chain and make a loop. Now starting this first row, we will be working into the center of the circle. So we'll be working over the stitches. Now we're going to chain 4, and that counts as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. Now yarn over and place another double crochet into the loop. And chain 1. Now you're just going to repeat that sequence all the way around until you have a total of 10 double crochets. Now that we've made it all the way back around, we are going to slip stitch into the third chain of the chain 4. Now starting off round 2, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch over 1 space. And now we're going to go ahead and chain 3. Then go ahead and place another double crochet in that same space. And the pattern for this round is going to be 2 double crochets in each space, and at the end of the row you should have 20 double crochets. So go ahead and meet me at the end. Now that we have reached the end of our round, we're going to slip stitch into the third chain to close up this round. Starting off round 3, we're going to slip stitch over 2 spaces so that we will be working in the gaps between the clusters. Now you're going to chain 3, then place 2 double crochets into that same space. You're going to repeat this all the way around by putting 3 double crochet clusters into each gap, and at the end of this round you should have a total of 30 double crochets. So go ahead and just meet me at the end. Now to close off this round, we're going to slip stitch to the third chain. Now round 4 is going to be our last increase round. You're going to start off by slip stitching over 1. Then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now place another double crochet in that same space. Now making sure you are working into the gap, place 2 double crochets. Next, you're going to place 2 double crochets into the middle stitch of the previous row's cluster. You're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and in total you should have a number of 40 double crochets. Go ahead and meet me at the end of this row. Now that we're at the end of round 4, you're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 space to close off this round. Next, you're going to slip stitch over 2 spaces so that we will be working in the gap. You're then going to chain 3, and you're going to place 2 double crochets into that gap. From this point on, you are going to place 3 double crochets in each gap all the way around. So go ahead and meet me at the end, and in total you should have 60 double crochets. Now to close off round 5, you're going to slip stitch to the chain 3 space. Go ahead and repeat row 5 10 more times and meet me at the end of round 15. At the end of round 15, your hat should be looking like this. And we're going to go ahead and close off this round by slip stitching to the 3rd chain. Now for row 16, we are going to be working in the front loop only. So it's going to be the top loop of the stitch that is closest to you. You're going to go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The chain 4 also counts as a treble crochet, and in that same space in the front loop only, you're going to place 3 more treble crochets. Yarn over, pull through, pull through, pull through, and repeat that 2 more times. Now in the next front loop only, you're going to place 3 treble crochets. Now you're just going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and in total you should have 210 treble crochets. Now you can just go ahead and meet me at the end of this round. Now to close off this round, we're going to slip stitch into the chain 4 space. Then all that's left is to chain 1 and fasten off your work. After you've finished up sewing in your ends, you'll see that the base part of the hat is finished. Now it's time to add your poms. Here's where you're going to end up placing your poms and tying them around a cluster on equal sides of row 4. Go ahead and just grab one of your poms, remove it from the packaging, and snip off that little elastic band. Cut yourself a long piece of yarn, and then go ahead and fold that and cut it in half as well. You're going to go ahead and take one of those strands of yarn and feed it through your darning needle. Go ahead and grab one of the poms, and you're just going to feed the darning needle through it. It is going to take a little bit of willpower, but you'll get it done. And now you're just going to repeat that whole thing to the second pom. Now just place your poms evenly on both sides of row 4. We're just going to tie them around the clusters and sew in this end. Now I'm just snipping off this end, and it's done. You have officially finished your very first Monster Mash Granny Stitch hat. Thank you for joining, and let me know how you like this pattern in the comments.